What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well today. We're with the Red Sea Reefer 350 again. I haven't really done much to this tank. It's just taking corals out and moving some of them to the Lagoon 25 to see if they fare better. With the Space Invaders, once I put them into the Lagoon 25, everything seemed much puffier and it looks like they're doing better. But my tank right here is just kind of cruising along. Like I said in the other video, the kids started school and I don't have much time to kind of tinker and mess with the tank. Before shooting the video, I did scrape the front glass and kind of clean up the front glass and everything. Let me get some seaweed in here so you guys can see the fish out and about and in front. Now, this is the stuff I use to feed the tanks. It's Ocean Nutrition seaweed, and it's a big pack that's kind of vacuum sealed, and once you open it, it kind of expands out. I got the garlic marine algae. I don't know if garlic does anything for the fish, if it's proven or not, but it smells delicious. It smells delicious like garlic, if you guys like garlic, but I never had a taste. What I do is I pull out a sheet like so. Once you open this, once it's like kind of brand new and everything, the sheets are really crunchy, but after a while, I guess the air hits it and it's kind of flexible, and there's two sides, one shiny side and one side that's dull. I found that if you have the shiny side facing outward, it kind of contains all of the seaweed within the folds that you fold it into. If you have it the other way, I found that the seaweed just breaks up and just floats all over your water column. So I fold this up like so, and once I get it this small, I usually just roll it up like a cigarette or something like that. But you can hear it crunching. I roll it up like so. You guys can see that if it's focused. And I get one of the veggie clips that we talked about before, and I clip it on like that. And get it into the aquarium. These guys, they know what's up. It took a couple days before they got used to the clip. I read online that some tanks ignore the clip entirely and refuse to feed off of it. I don't have that problem. Usually I have two to kind of spread the food out, just to let the tanks know that they got enough food going around so they don't gotta stress. With the seaweed, I feed it almost every day because the tanks, their diet, they require algae, and the seaweed kind of supplements it. With the entire aquarium, I also feed flakes from, I think it's Ocean Nutrition as well, but never mind. It's this Omega 1 marine flakes, and this has garlic in it as well. They seem to like it a lot, and I use it in conjunction with the Aqua Max magnetic feeder. That way everything kind of trickles into the water column, and then they just kind of gobble it up before it gets into the overflows. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy watching the fish feed for a little bit. Alright guys, how do you guys like that? I can't get enough of watching the fish and all of the colors within the tank and everything. I really enjoy just sitting back and kind of watching them feed and kind of interact with each other. But let me get this off the tripod so we can talk more about the tank. Alright guys, as I mentioned earlier, I moved some of the frags over to the Lagoon 25 just to see how they fare. First I moved one of the Space Invaders over, and I noticed that it got more puffy in that tank, so I ended up moving the second frag over as well. So right now I don't have any Space Invaders in here. All of the anemones look like they're doing fine. I still have these Sliloporas, super hairy. You guys can see the polyps are just extending and everything. I don't see any issues with these guys, but knock on wood, just in case. The Alveopora right here looks fine as well. I've seen it extend longer, but I think it's kind of constricting because the random flow generator is just pointed right at it. I haven't fed any of the corals in a while. But moving towards the back right here, the anemone right here is just huge, and I noticed that at times I drop in some raw shrimp, the clownfish. They drag the shrimp over and feed this anemone specifically, and I'm thinking that's why it's much bigger than everyone else. You see anemones in back with the monicap. I don't know, you could see the shaded area. I think it's coming back to life right up top right there, but I'm not too sure. I'm seeing some coloration up top as well, but we'll keep an eye on it. I don't know if it's cyanobacteria or if it's like trying to come back to life, but I see a little pinkish coming back. We'll see within the next coming weeks what happens to this thing. Down below, more anemones. I'm not sure if it's split again, but I see 3 right up front and 1 next to this big rock right here, and the one in the back right there, he's getting pretty big as well. This section is pretty active, and it's giving me a lot of splits, and I'm not really keeping track. Move down below. This hybrid frog spawn looks pretty happy. Got some small hammers and smaller frog spawns, regular frog spawns down here. They look happy as well. The GSP, I'm sorry, but this entire section right here is just blocked. I'm letting it grow up. In time, I will trim it down and transplant this over to another tank. I'm looking to give the other tank an instant carpet of GSP, and I think this GSP climbing up the front glass like this, it will be easy to kind of peel back. I accidentally nicked it before with the scrubber, and it looked like it was peeling back. It was around this section right here, and it's just coming back. I think this is like 4 or 5 inches now of GSP just coming up. I didn't scrape the side glass right here, so I can't give you a shot, but if you guys remember, it was a couple of pieces of GSP and they're kind of almost merging and touching each other. Well, it looks like they filled the gap, and it's a complete carpet of GSP now. Moving up, more anemones. The Duncan right here, it's just multiplying by the week. This, wow, this willow, I was zooming in and I noticed there's an anemone right in back. I don't know where that one came from. That one's new to me. If I move across, more anemones. I'm hoping that this one right here splits for me because it's looking really colorful. This one right here is really colorful as well. The other guys, at times they look a little dull, but we'll try to feed it more this week or so. I haven't fed this tank in a while. Like I said, I just really busy with the kids starting school and everything. Panning down my Superman mushrooms, they're multiplying and they're huge. Right in back is a hairy mushroom. I like these mushrooms because it just kind of fills in the void, and if you step back, it just adds more color to the tank. Fish all doing fine. I didn't add anything new. Torch right here, he looks fine as well. These purple guys, they're kind of stubby at times, and at times they look okay. I'm not sure what's going on. I talked to Sunny, one of the guys I follow on IG. He told me to test for magnesium and add magnesium, but I don't have the test kit for that yet. We'll see if we can get the magnesium test kit, and we'll see where our levels are at. Yeah, like I'm kind of skimming across and kind of skipping a whole bunch of the other corals, like these zinnias. They're all mixed in with the anemones, and it doesn't look like they're too bothered. It doesn't look like they're stinging each other or irritating each other. Let me step back so you guys can see. The tank is just on cruise control, and like I said before, I'm just gonna plan on keeping it as an anemone specific tank, so there's less work on me to kind of maintain the parameters and everything like that. Now with the Lagoon 25, you guys saw me add the fan to kind of cool the tank and everything. We were hitting like 110 in certain areas when we were driving through in California. It was like 115 the last week or so, but we're starting to cool down now. But I added this fan to the Red Sea Reefer 350, and it works for the Lagoon 25, and it works for this bigger Red Sea Reefer 350 as well. It keeps the temperature maintained at 78 degrees perfectly fine. The one drawback is that it's a little loud, but as long as it keeps everything stable for such a cheap price, I highly recommend it. If you guys are looking for something similar, just search for Aquarium fan on Amazon, and there's multiple brands or names, but they all kind of look the same, and I got this for about 17 bucks. If you guys are looking for something similar, I could leave a link down in the description to make it easier. Stepping back, yeah guys, the tank's just on cruise control, and I feel like the anemones are multiplying and they're crawling all over, and I'm just kind of losing track of what I initially bought and what are multiplies. But I can tell there are multiple strains in here, and they're looking like groups, you know. So some of them look similar, like these three right here, 1, 2, and 3. They look the same, but then like this guy right here and this guy right here, they look like they're part of the same family. These guys are deflated right now, but I think it belongs to this one right here, right in the center. It's rainbow anemones. I don't know. They're multiplying. So should I Should I kind of pick and choose and kind of cull off the anemones, kind of sell off the ones that I don't like and keep the more desirable ones? Let me know in the comments section down below. Should I treat these like guppies or something like that? Call out these dull ones, but then they morph all the time, so I don't know how to approach that. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling on. This is the Red Sea Reefer 350, and I think this is my update for this week. Everything's just doing good. I don't have any deaths or anything like that. The guys who were suffering with the alkalinity swings, we moved them out of this tank into the Lagoon 25, and they seem to be faring better in the other tank. Hopefully we can document the Space Invader and its comeback. I'm crossing my fingers that they will have a comeback and we wouldn't have it die off or anything like that. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for this week. Let me know in the comments section down below if you have any suggestions or comments. If you're the tank police, I know, don't hate on me, but I'm working on something to correct my tang issue with this tank. Alright guys, that's all I have. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.